This is a constitutional battle, and we're going to defend our rights.
And you're willing to risk jail for that?
Absolutely.
In late 2011, the Obama administration's Justice Department initiated a major crackdown on California's medical marijuana dispensaries, despite repeated promises to the contrary.
What I'm not going to be doing is using Justice Department resources to try to circumvent state laws on this issue.
The president said during the campaign, you'll be surprised to know we'll be consistent with what we'll be doing here in law enforcement.
At the time, Reason TV profiled Aaron Sandusky, who ran several successful dispensaries and a grow house in California's Inland Empire, and was shocked to have received a threatening letter from the Department of Justice.
I turned white. Jaw hit the floor. It was unexpected.
During the production of that video, Sandusky's operation was shut down, all of his assets seized.
I got $60 in my pocket. That's it. I don't have nothing.
After he and several other operators took their cases to court, they successfully won injunctions against cities trying to ban dispensaries, and Sandusky reopened as the case continued all the way up to the California Supreme Court. But the feds were not happy with this outcome.
We've been battling the city and actually winning cases, including a recent eviction case that G3 won. And the federal government has stepped in and shut it all down.
Sandusky has spent the last 7 weeks in county prison awaiting a bond hearing. Now he's out on bail under house arrest, awaiting trial for federal drug trafficking charges. He agreed to sit down with Reason TV to discuss his situation and the state of medical marijuana in California.
Yeah, this was my first time in prison, and I was surrounded by people, mostly people who were in for parole violations and or possession of drugs, or people that were in violation of parole with drug violations. So, we're populating our prisons with people that really shouldn't be there.
What was it like that first night you spent in jail?
It was a cold night. It was, sleeping on a steel bed and not knowing what's going to happen, unable to make phone call, wondering what really was going on. Nobody treats you through that whole process as if you are any chance of being innocent. You are guilty till proven innocent. It's unfortunate the federal government is taking this kind of action against me. I think not only is it an action against me personally, I consider it aggressive action against everybody in our state, especially all of those who are voted for medical marijuana. They strategically hit people that I believe are high-profile cases that they get the most bang for the buck. Our case is being heard in front of the California Supreme Court on whether or not cities are allowed to ban and go against the laws that were passed by the state. And so it was a high-profile case, and it got a lot of media attention, obviously, in taking us down. With our particular situation and our cooperative, we had 50 full-time W-2 employees that in one day, everybody lost their job, had to file for unemployment, and lost their medical benefits. 50 employees being put on unemployment was a $70,000 obligation now put on the state, for no other reason than local officials requesting this kind of action from the federal government.
During this interview, Sandusky produced a copy of a letter from Upland's mayor, Ray Musser, requesting help from the Department of Justice in cracking down on dispensaries. A DOJ official replies, saying, "The Department of Justice has stated on many occasions that it is committed to the enforcement of the Controlled Substances Act. This office will continue to give extra consideration to communities like yours that have made it clear that commercial marijuana operations are unwanted. Now that the City Council in Los Angeles, which is home to hundreds of dispensaries, has voted to ban them, many more federal raids could be on the horizon."
This is my message to the LA dispensaries. Be careful how you move forward. Requests are coming from the city officials and they are taking action against those who are pushing the issue with the city. If you're aggressive with the city council and city officials, they're going to be aggressive against you. In California, we have the right to enact laws, and we have our own constitution. And under the 10th Amendment, it provides us protection to enact those laws. This is a constitutional battle, and we're going to defend our rights as American citizens to do what we say we are able to do, and that is pass laws.
And you're willing to risk jail for that.
Absolutely.
But you've seen the statistics in terms of federal prosecution success rates. Isn't that disheartening?
It's very disheartening. I think especially with some of the books that I've read and the time that I was spending in jail about the conviction rates, I find it very disturbing. But I think most of those people end up pleading out and taking deals because the federal government, an accusation by the federal government is a guilty till proven innocent sentencing for somebody. So
that you're not going to plead out?
I'm not pleading out. I have no intention of pleading out.
Why?
I'm not concerned about that because I'm going to defend what I believe is right. And if I have to go to jail for 20 years defending, then so be it. If a jury finds me guilty of breaking federal law, then I'll go do the time.